Okay, how about let's cut the crap and let me show you how to actually land 5K a month, consistent 5K a month, setting roles pretty damn easily. Okay, this is a process that no setter ever follows. I've never seen a setter follow this process apart from a select few, including myself. This is the reason why that I've done close to 200K in commissions as a setter. It's why I'm still a setter to this day because it works so well. It's why I've landed roles with people like Charlie Morgan and William Brown, right? And it's why I'm going to give you the source in this video so you can actually fix your setting commissions and actually land a role that pays you the OTE that they're saying and you don't get scammed. Okay, now look, I'm going to give you this in this video right now. But look, if you just want to cut the entire process in half, right? Just speed run the entire thing and get to where you know you should be deep down. I work with people one-to-one, okay? Like I said, I still do setting to this day, and I also work with people one-to-one, okay? So if you want my personal one-to-one help to guarantee that you land a 3K to 5K a month setting role in as little as the next 30 days, there is going to be a link down below in the description, right? Where you can speak with me directly, and I'll run you through exactly how we can build out that roadmap for you, okay? But without further ado, let me just show you how to do it in this video, okay? Let's get back into the video that you came here to watch. So here's a little bit of proof that I've hit 5K. As a setter, right? I've actually hit 10K before as well, but the topic of this video is 5K. I'm not going to sit here and talk about 10K because the process for 10K is a little bit harder. I know a lot of you guys don't really care about 10K right now. You just want to make your first couple of grand. So let's talk about 5K in this scenario, okay? So the first thing that I need you guys to do is decide your goal. Sounds so cliche, I know, like, oh, decide your goal, bro. Yeah, well, you need to get granular. How much do you want? How much do you actually want? Do you want... It's like, I want to land a high ticket role. Okay, what's high ticket to you? Is it 3K? Is it 4K? Is it 4.1K? Is it 4.6K? Is it 5K? Is it 10K? You get the point. You need to know exactly how much you want to make. And also the life that you're trying to live as a result. What do you want to do as a result of making this money? Do you want to quit your job? Do you want to do it on top of your job so you have two incomes? Do you want to go travel the world, go to Thailand, just train Muay Thai all day and make 5K per month? Like, what do you actually want to do? The reason why you need to get granular on what you want is because otherwise you're kind of floating around in no direction. It's like, I want to make 5K. Why? You need to have a strong why, because there's a saying, he who has a why can bear almost any how. So if you get very granular and clear on what your why is, then you can make it happen, because he who has a strong enough why can bear almost any how. So that is honestly the biggest thing first. Decide exactly what you want, your goal, why you want it, right? Get granular about that before you even try and start appointment setting, okay? The next one is going to be pick a niche. For God's sake, stop just applying to random roles without vetting them or understanding how they work, what the ticket prices are like that in there, the typical hygiene standard closing rate and the lead flow, right? And the pain points and characteristics of the niche being targeted. And just understand how it works, right? Picking a niche that can actually facilitate you get into 5K per month, because it does work like that. You need to get granular on your goal and the niche you're going to be targeting. Now, I recommend getting into one of these three: health, wealth, or relationships. Why? Because health, wealth, and relationships have the biggest pain points within mankind. Meaning, right? Because they have the biggest pain points, the more pain someone is in, the more they're willing to do/pay to get out of that pain. Now, these solutions that we sell as an appointment setter, right? These consulting programs or whatever it is designed to get the niche that is being targeted by the offer owner to get them out of a state of pain in a certain realm of life. Now, if you target health, wealth, or relationships, for example, fitness coaching, right? Business coaching, relationship coaching. It could be, for example, again, like helping busy dads lose weight. Pain point: they're overweight, their wife doesn't respect them, they're not being taken seriously at work, and their kids, they can't spend time with their kids the way they want to, they can't play in the park with them because they get out of breath, like they're going to have a heart attack every 5 minutes, right? Business coaching. Business is dying, right? Very turbulent business. One month you're making 50K, the next making 6. And if you don't fix this soon, right, you've got huge bills and overheads and a team to pay, and because you don't understand how to run the business properly, now, not only you are going to be screwed, but you have a family and a team to pay, hiccups, and provide for. So as a result of investing in this coaching package, right, for a business coaching offer that can actually solve that problem, get you to consistent 50K months so you can look after your family properly, right? You can provide for them better, and you can actually pay your team what they're worth and not have to be sweating every single night you go to bed. That's going to be worth a lot of money. Also, just as an underlying component of all of this, you can do health, wealth, and relationships within B2B and B2C. B2B, I recommend, because you're going to build your skill the highest. It's less susceptible to being replaced by AI. Well, there's going to be AI involved, but nowhere near as much as B2C, because B2B, business owners are way more sophisticated. Also, it's going to make you better because you're using that kind of terminology. And obviously, because it's so sophisticated, they're going to grill you. And if you're shit at what you do, which you shouldn't be if you watch my videos, right? Or you're working me, then you're going to learn it properly, the game properly. You're going to make good commissions as a result. It's going to make you a better salesperson. It's going to massively, refine your trajectory and your career as a setter. Okay. And also, business owners have more money to spend and more access to finances if they don't have liquid cash on them available right now. So they can sell these coaching programs of health, wealth, relationships for upwards of 10K. Now, if you think about you being a setter, 5% commissions on the sell or per appointment model, I was getting paid 80 per appointment on a very high ticket B2B offer once. And I was making about 5K per month, working about 4 hours a day, because I'd literally understood how this works. Right? Okay, wealth, huge pain point in that niche. It was business owners that had a lot of money, but they had no stability in the company. They couldn't keep team members on for very long because the systems weren't dialed in properly. It was quite turbulent. You get the point. There's so much stuff. These packages were going for 12K per month, right? And I was like, boom, that is a gold mine. Got on there, and the highest month was 6K pounds on that specific role. Now, I used to work a few roles at once. That's how I got to 10K, but that's just, topic for another day. But I understood that. And if you understand that too, B2B, highest ticket. If it's the highest ticket and you're getting paid commissions, the higher the ticket, the higher the commissions you're going to get. Also, the higher the ticket, the bigger the pain point, the easier it is to sell, right? And the more leads are going to be as well, because the pain point is so big. It's going to be shared by a larger amount of the population within that niche. It's going to be a validated offer, so to speak. You get the point. So you need to pick within health of relationships. So fitness coaching, gut health coaching, whatever. I recommend the highest pain point that you can charge the highest ticket price point for a niche that can afford the higher ticket price point with very, very good lead flow as well. Okay, cool. Number 3, become omnipresent. Okay, so you decided your goal. I want 5K per month. You picked your niche, wealth coaching within B2B, right? Becoming omnipresent, okay, to land a role that can actually pay that, right? You need to, so there's going to be a lot of people that are selling this offer. So you need to find where every single person in this niche hangs out and follow up with them about becoming their setter. I'm not going to get into scripts or anything like that or follow-up styles in this video, but about becoming the setter, right? Everywhere, all of the time, forever. Basically, right? You need to just be that guy. They can't escape you. This guy, I can't get away from him within reason. If you do it with a good approach, if you do it with a shit approach, you'll just get blocked. If you do it with a good approach, they'll appreciate that. See, that's a good setter in my eyes, right? And they want to hire you because a good setter follows up everywhere and doesn't stop until they get a binary yes or no. What do they want in a setter? A setter that follows up everywhere and doesn't stop until they get a binary yes or no to booking an appointment. So you're actually, number one, building the skill in real time, and you are also, right, making yourself stand out against every other setter that's applying, okay? Step number 4 is tracking your numbers. Okay, so when you're on the roll, let's say you're on this wealth role, this B2B wealth coaching role, sells it for 10K, right? Tracking your numbers, your inputs, right? Your positive replies, the amount of people you send the candle link to, right? The amount of appointments that you get booked in, right? The amount of people that actually show up from your appointments and the amount of people that actually close from your appointments. The PIF rate, okay, as well, is also big. But show rate, close rate, PIF rate, all of this stuff, this is also stuff the offer owner will be tracking, but if you track it as well, it makes you look so sophisticated, it makes them more likely to give you more opportunities in the company long term, and also gives you leverage as well, and also makes you a better salesperson anyway. And not only that, with tracking your numbers, right, you can understand exactly where the bottleneck is. If you track your numbers, right, in percentages from stage to stage 1 inputs, stage 2 positive replies, stage 3 calendar link sent, stage 4 appointments booked, stage 5 appointments showed, stage 6 appointments closed, you get the point, right? If you do that and you have conversion rates in percentages from stage 1 to 2, stage 1 to 3, stage 2 to 3, stage 3 to all of the stuff, the total conversion of stage 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, and also the individual stage conversion of 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, right? You're going to get conversion rates for each. You're going to have a KPI percentage for that as well, which is also what I teach one-to-one. So I won't get into this video. But once you get that and you crack it granularly, right? You track who you're messaging, the positive response that you get, right? When you send a calendar link to them, when they book in, when they show, when they close, all of this stuff, you can literally see where the problem lies or where the success is, and you can see what to refine and what to amplify, right? Based on the percentages, and you can compare it with the KPI that you're going to get as well within the role. Now, I've got hygiene standard KPIs that I tell all setters to go for. That's a story for another day. But you're also going to have these on the roll too. But also, you also need to kind of understand the hygiene standards anyway, because some offer owners, if you're not careful, this comes from also vetting an offer properly, right? Are going to have unrealistic KPIs. So you need to understand that. But if you want to diagnose bottlenecks, the best way to do it is by tracking your numbers religiously, right? And the way you find a bottleneck is by seeing which conversion is the lowest from each stage, right? And isolating the variables within that stage and then fixing those variables only, because otherwise you're going to start making decisions based on how you feel rather than logic and data. But also, you're going to be doing it from emotions. So you're going to feel like it's your opener that's stopping you from booking calls, when actually it's the way you're sending it's actually the calendar link that you're sending. It doesn't work, right? The calendar link doesn't work. You won't have realized that if you didn't isolate the variables in the stage that you can see is underperforming below the KPI, and isolate the variables and checked each variable to make sure it's actually performing the way you want it to, right? Actually fitting the criteria, you wouldn't know that. You would have a not working calendar link, and then also you would have changed your script and also probably the VSL that your information that you send, and then risk messing up the entire thing even more if you don't track your numbers. So if you track your numbers, and let's say, for example, you're hitting all the KPIs of positive reply rate, calendar link sent rate, right? And the appointment book rate, the show rate, the close rate, let's say you're hitting the KPIs there and there's no bottlenecks and you're still not making the money you want to make. Well, then you can boil it down to just putting more volume into the system with more leads, okay? That's normally what the fix is. If you're hitting KPIs in every other area, you should add more leads in the system, you make way more money, right? For example, let's say you're sending 100 cold DMs per day and you've got a KPI of, you've got an ABR of 2%, and that the KPI for ABI is around 2 to 5% for cold outreach, kind of broad for all niches, right? Provided it's actually going to the inbox and stuff like that. And the KPI for that is typically 2 to 5%. Let's say you're getting 3 appointments booked for every 100 messages you send. Like, a lot of people would think, oh, well, I'm only booking 3 appointments. Bro, you were in KPI, add more volume. That's literally it, okay? So you wouldn't understand any of this if you didn't track your numbers. And when you do that, you can then be like, okay, I'm hitting 2K per month right now at the current numbers. If I then double it, and I've been consistently making 2K per month at these metrics and these, these inputs that I'm putting in and these KPIs, right? These metrics that I'm getting, I'm hitting KPI consistently over the past couple of months, then I know if I just put in more leads with the same systems and don't change a thing, I know that I'm going to get the same results, but double. So if I do that, I'll make 4K per month. That's how it works. Okay. And when you understand that to a T, you'll make loads of money. Okay. Number 5, finally, is review your conversations, right? See what you're doing right, see what you're doing wrong. This also comes back to tracking your numbers, but like, you're going to see as you get better and better and better, right? As you refine things, right? When you look back on your old conversations weekly, right? You're going to see what you could have done better and you basically what to stop doing and what to improve on. You won't know that unless you review them. So you need to review every single conversation, every single set call that you have. Even when you book them in and it works successfully, you need to see, what could I have done better, right? What could I have done better here that could actually improve the ABR, which is the appointment booking rate? What could I have done better, right? And actually think and keep it in mind, really hold yourself accountable, because that's how you become a truly good setter. And also how eventually you start hitting 5K per month, like I was, right? On one role only, one role. A lot of you guys think you need 3 roles at once to hit 5K. No. I was doing 5K, 6K, 7K, right, on one roll. I was doing 10K with a few rolls, okay? Now, you can do 10K on one roll, which is harder, but you get the point, okay? So step 1, decide your goal, right? What do you want? Step 2, pick a niche. I recommend health of relationships with B2B. Higher ticket price points, higher commissions, become omnipresent, follow up everywhere so they can't ignore you. Track your numbers like your life depends on it. Inputs, right? The positive replies, calendar links sent, appointments booked, appointments showed, close rate, all of that stuff, and then review conversations. And I promise you, if you do that on a good offer that has good lead flow, high ticket price point, something that people actually want, a good personal brand, right? And actually like a decent company, it's not hard to hit 5K per month. That's how you do it. So yeah, that is the full rundown. Again, if you want my personal one-to-one help with this, still a setter to this day. I've done close to 200K in commissions. you know this spiel by now. 2 million cash collected, right? For people like Charlie Morgan, William Brown. Still a setter to this day. Look, if you want my personal one-to-one help and just skip all of this whole process, just have me just grill you one-to-one and make sure you actually do this and guarantee you land a 3K to 5K month setting role in the next 30 days or less. There will be a link down below in the description to check out more information and book a call with me, and I'll run you through exactly how we can build that roadmap out for you. Links there if you want it. No worries if not. Thanks for watching. See you next video.